from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They're going to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Damn.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Get there. Fuck.
He takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Well, now they'll try the end around. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
2nd down in the yard. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
A little juke, and he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
A 1st down carry for Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 6.
They'll go to Barkley again.
Come on,
Down
man.
to 25. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal?
Come on, man.
But they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll run wide side here with Barkley.
Come on, nigga. This nigga. Oh, my God, bro.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Ah! Fuck, bro.
Picked up by Amari Barno. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left.
Ah!
That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Come on, Ringo!
For the Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 46 yards. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
This nigga, bro.
Get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley trying to run inside.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have
Come on, bro. Hold your fucking block.
trying to show extreme confidence.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays.
They'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
God, get the fuck out of here. That's too fake.
Still on his feet. And he will take this.
Whatever.
It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to... And that's caught inside the 35.
On stream that shit.
But not before he reaches the 27.
Cheating for this whole ass nigga, these bitch ass Chiefs.
45 yards.
Hey.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, what Mayor got going?
Running left.
Man, look at this shit, bro. I can't fucking do, man. Bro, as soon as I break, my nigga, they call a holding, bro. Like, come on, my nigga.
That's what's gonna happen in the Super Bowl. Every time Saquon break, holding.
This shit is ridiculous, bro.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Fight back, nigga, fight back. God damn.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half.
As YT.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
God damn.
Man, that nigga fast in a bitch.
Fucking Darius Slay on that nigga, bro.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play.
Dude, that nigga was gone.
Couldn't get a throw for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best.
That was touchdown, bro. Ooh, that was touchdown. I took too long to throw that hoe. I should have just bullied that bitch. That was touchdown.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This taken in right around the goal line. Still on his feet. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Man, get the...
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, bro.
Able to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts.
Oh, my God, bro.
And their struggles continue.
In the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside.
That's insane.
As they try and catch the ball.
Insane, bro.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rondale Moore, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Now Mahomes.
Ah, bro, come on, man.
Big strides.
Oh, my God.
For a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well.
Bullshit,
Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a
fucking
roughing
safety right there.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. Moore, the man in motion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Rashee Rice with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Still going.
That nigga cold,
nice
man.
return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete left side to Gray.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Danny Gray
From 10 yards out.
and the Eagles get a bit closer.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh my God, bro. Come on, man.
Inside the 40 before being dropped.
This shit is ridiculous, bro.
Score on this drive. Might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Look at this bullshit, man. How, bro, nigga?
It's Rice.
Oh my God, bro.
Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
39 yards.
Nigga, underneath and above the nigga, bro. He shake both of them. Like, come on, bro. That shit faked in the bitch.
The point by Butker is on target,
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left.
Ah! Huh!
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick-6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
Get the ball, let's go!
Yes, Philadelphia football. Great Good job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match.
Come on, bro. One more goddamn second.
It feels like they have not lost in forever.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That's bullshit, bro.
Third of the game. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Airing it out deep for
That's a fucking hit, man.
on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Shit.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one.
Let's go, Ringo. Come on, Ringo.
Connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Nice. And they're going to have this across midfield.
Oh, my God, bro.
Territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Steps away to his left.
It's complete to the rookie from Michigan.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to have
Oh, my God. Oh. Man, they fucking cheating for this nigga, bro.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it.
fucking perfect pass was my hand, bro. Oh my God. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, man.
Butker on for the PAT.
Come on, bro.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
This nigga here.
And he gets in.
This bitch ass shit, bro.
But they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
God damn.
Come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Danny Gray, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Ah, no, motherfucker.
Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
That is knocked away and incomplete. The coverage, excellent. And the gadget play is foiled.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Just keeping the play alive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of